Hello guys, good evening. Thank you so much for joining.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. So morning we completed total 7 compliances. Those compliances are ISO 27001. Second one is GDPR. Third one is HIPAA compliances. Next one is PCI DSS, SOX, SOC 1, SOC 2, finally FedRAMP. So we have a couple of pending compliances. We can go and we can discuss about those compliances. Once this topic is completed, then I will start network security. So that is the agenda for today's class. Next one is NIST. Next compliance is NIST. This we can call it as a compliance, otherwise also call it as a framework. So already this one we discussed several times in the class. So NIST framework will provide, what are the different types of things it will provide? NIST framework, anyone? Anyone? What NIST framework it will provide, and which one is very famous for NIST framework side? Hey guys, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, NIST framework. Yesterday also we discussed. Yeah, first one is risk management framework. RMF. So risk management framework is very, very famous for the NIST side. So risk identification and also risk assessment, risk prioritization, risk treatment, and risk monitor. So these are the 5-phase approach already we discussed. So we can represent risk management framework part of NIST with what is the number? Anyone? What is the number? What is the number? 800 hyphen 53.
53.
Yeah. So 800-53, that is our risk management framework. And also NIST, it will provide incident lifecycle management framework. So this is also we discussed. So as per NIST, what are the incident lifecycle management process phases? Anyone?
Sir, it will detect,
Okay.
identify, and also recovery, and it will protect, and finally it will sum up the reports, sir.
Yeah, that's perfect. That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. It's a detect, identify, and also report, recover, and protect. So these are all the 5-phase approaches supporting by NIST framework. And also they have change management process also, but these two are very famous from NIST side. Okay. Even they have cryptography policies as well. Which type of policies we have to use? Or which type of algorithms we have to use? Cryptographic controls. So these are all the very 3 famous frameworks. It is supporting by NIST compliance or framework. Next one is CIS benchmark. This is already we discussed. So one of the complaints we can call it as. So the CIS benchmark will provide a hardening benchmark. Okay. So what is hardening benchmark? Anyone?
Sir, it will provide security confidence to the server so that it will reduce attack vector and attack complexity.
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, we have to implement couple of initial security configurations in the server level. Once we are implementing these security configurations or security implementations, whenever any hacker or intruder attacker is trying to do the hacking part, so they will not, we can reduce the risk basically, or it will reduce the attack vector, attack complexity. So those benchmark, we can call it as a CIS benchmark or Center for Internet Security benchmark or hardening benchmark. So how many levels are there in the CIS benchmark?
2 levels.
2 levels. What are those 2 levels?
One is basic, sir, and the other one is level 1 and level 2.
Yeah, level 1 and level 2. So these compliances we have to configure under
Level 2, sir.
Yeah, level 1 and level 2, where we have to enable these policies.
Sir, I didn't get your question.
Where we have to enable these compliances and policies. When we have to enable these compliances and policies.
Sir, in vulnerability scanning?
Exactly. Vulnerability scan rule or scan policy. Scan policy we have to enable. Okay, these level 1 and level 2 controls. And we have to define the credentials. And after that, we have to create whatever we created, customized policy. In that policy, we have to create scan rule. In this scan rule, we have to specify the scan information, targeted assets information, and we have to schedule the scan, and we have to define the email notification. Finally, we have to save that particular scan rule. And based on the scheduling, whatever time and date and month we provided, it will automatically will complete the scan, and those reports will come in HTML and CSV and also PDF format or email. After that, we have to do the respective vulnerability management or analysis in the manual way. So there we discussed this particular topic. So that is about CIS benchmark, and this CIS benchmark is provided by USA. And alternative to CIS benchmarks, we have Department of Defense TIC compliances. It's dedicated to Navy, Army, Defense. This is also defined by our USA country. And also on the French side, they have ANSI compliances. On the Singapore side, they have their own hardening benchmark controls. So this is what we discussed about hardening benchmark as a part of vulnerability management process. Any queries in this particular topic? Any queries or questions?
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. So next one is WASP top 10.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes,
Sir,
please.
there are 225 policies. All these will come under CIS benchmark only, sir, or that is different?
Yeah, all will come under CS benchmark only. So once we completed the scan, all those 225, either it will pass or either it will fail. Pass one, we no need to concentrate because already the security implementation is implemented or configuration is implemented. What are failed audits are there? Those failed audits, so we have to raise a ticket with respect to server team and they will fix it. Coming back to your question, yes. So all these 225 complaints are part of this benchmark itself.
Sir, this is also similar way like we have to do internal audit, external audit, and take the opinions of stakeholders, and 4.5 rating. The process will be same as the previous frameworks only.
Yeah, actually, this one we no need to we no need to do any external audit. Basically, it's only for internal audit verification. That's all. If you want to prevent any attacks from server side, if you are implementing all this benchmark, so then whether it is a pass or fail, as an auditor, we have to validate. That's it. There is no external audit for this one. There is no scoring also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
It's a very good question. Thanks for asking. Up to whatever we discussed, FedRAMP, only these are all compliances, and internal audit and external audit will be there. And this one also, we will call it compliances only. But for this one, we no need to do any external audit. Basically, we can do only internal audit whether security controls are implemented or not. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah, WASP top 10 next one. It's, already the Open Web Application Security Project, top 10 application layer 7 attacks. So it is an organization or institution. They will conduct survey and finally they'll make top 10 attacks. As per initial survey, they conduct in 2010 and they made it respective top 10 attacks. After that, they conducted survey in 2013. Later, they conducted survey in 2017. Most recent one is 2021. So currently we are following OS top 10 attacks, whatever it is provided by, not 2022 or 2023 survey. It is 2021 survey, whatever top 10 attacks it's provided. So that is our OS top 10. It's a basically application layer, top 10 attacks. So that is our OS top 10. And the next one is ISO 14001. ISO 14001 will represent about Environmental Management System, EMS. So every organization has to do must certification for this one. Okay, because everybody has to prevent air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution, ozone layer depletion, and also carbon dioxide emissions. Okay, so as per the UNFCCC, so UNFCCC, United Nations framework, some of the climate change. So every year they will conduct a couple of conferences all over the worldwide. So example, Copenhagen, and they will conduct in the Doha, they will conduct in the Kathmandu, they will conduct in New Delhi, and so on. So they will yearly once they will meet all these countries, and they will work on, okay, so all these environmental related issues. Those issues are, as I said, so ozone layer depletion, and also carbon dioxide emissions are increasing day by day, and also air pollution and water pollution, deforestation, all those things they will discuss about these conferences. So this particular compliances, even organization also have to follow, and they have to do certification. That is the reason whenever you are visiting any software company or any pharma company, any civil or mechanical or other companies, so many companies we can see greenery. What is the reason behind this one? Do you think that they are planting their respective trees for the employees' purpose? No, not at all. That is also one of the reason. Main reason is for the to maintain the environmental safe and secure, and also to do the certification purpose. So that is the main reason. Yes. Second reason is obviously for employment safety and secure, and also shadow and so on. Any doubt?
So it means in this data centers, ISO 14001, they have to implement. According to you only, then they will give approval, sir, for data center.
Yes. Yeah. So not only for data center, any company, every company has to follow and has to do must certification ISO 14001. Not only software or not only hardware. So civil, mechanical, electrical, each and every company has to do the certification of ISO 14001. Because every company we has to implement all these environment related policies and so on. ISO 27000 is a must certification for each and every company. In this similar way, ISO 14000 also must certification for each and every company.
Okay, sir.
Because it's everyone responsibility, right? Everyone responsibility and accountability to maintain the safe and secure environment. So environmental management system. So it's a must certification for every organization. Next one is ISO 9001. Any idea? What is ISO 9001?
Sir, it is for OASP.
No. OASP top 10 is separate. ISO 9001.
ISO.
Regularly, you will watch in the television and also in the serial whenever advertisements will come ISO 9001. Whenever even if you are opening YouTube also, you will see ISO 9001. Whenever you are visiting supermarkets also, you will see ISO 9001.
Quality, sir? Quality?
Exactly. Yeah, you are right. Quality. Quality management system. Example, if you want to purchase any product, that may be food or restaurant item or any pills or tablets or any product. So they have to certify ISO 9001 is a trustworthy. So example, maybe we can see advertisements like oil, one of the sunflower oil or whatever it may be. So everything they will make like it's certified by ISO 9001. What is mean by that one? So they have done the quality control, quality assurance, our product is safe and secure and every public can use it. So that is called ISO 9001. It will represent QMS, quality management system. So it will explain about the quality of the product. So that is ISO 9001. Next one is SABSA. SABSA full form I forgot. Security Architecture Binary something. 1 second. Yes, it's a certification also. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Oops, it's a basically represent network architecture diagram. So whatever network architecture diagram we use it, right? So that network architecture diagram, it will provide SAPS architecture diagram only. So whatever network architecture we define part of our network architecture time discussion, we define 3 zones. One is trust zone, one is DMZ zone, one is untrust zone, right? So all those will fall under SAPS architecture only. I'm looking for full form. Sharehood something will be there. Sharehood.
Sir, sharehood applied business security architecture.
Yes, right. Thank you so much. Yeah, sharehood applied business security architecture. It will explain about network architecture diagram. How the inbound traffic will flow, how the outbound traffic will flow, how the net flow we have to define, where we have to deploy what type of components. Everything we can represent in the picture point of view or diagrammatic point of view. The diagram is called as a SAPSA architecture diagram, basically. Okay, that is about SAPSA. Even we can do certifications also regarding SAPSA. It will explain about security architecture diagram of any organization in the pictorial way. So that is SAPSA.
Exhausting measures like that, right, sir?
Yeah, so we discussed after network comments, we discussed about network architecture, right? Whenever, if you want to deploy router, switches, load balancer, firewall, proxy, access switch, core switches, endpoints, all these servers, ISP router, internet, and so on. All those things we can represent one of the diagrammatic way. That diagram is called as network architecture diagram or security architecture diagram. Is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is applicable to cloud or not? Whether this is applicable to cloud or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is
Yes,
applicable
sir.
to both cloud and on-premise. Yes. It is applicable to both cloud and on-premise. Next one is PIPS 140-2. PIPS 140-2, where we discuss this particular complaints. Anyone? We discussed already these complaints also.
Business complaints.
Which one?
Business complaints.
No.
Sir, it is for cryptography, sir.
Exactly, cryptography. When we discussed about application security, under application security, we discussed about cryptography controls, symmetric cryptography and asymmetric cryptography, and weak algorithms, strong algorithms. So PIPS 140-2, full form is Federal Information Processing Standard. Federal Information Processing Standard. It will explain about which type of ciphers we have to use. Cipher is nothing but encrypting and decrypting of the algorithm is called cipher. So here PIPS 140-2 complaints will explain about what type of ciphers we have to use. Obviously, we should not use weak ciphers. We have to use strong ciphers. What are those strong ciphers or cryptography algorithms we have?
RSA,
RSA,
ECC,
ECC,
DH,
LGAML,
DH.
DH.
Next one is knapsack.
Yeah, knapsack. Next one.
RSA.
Symmetric side.
Symmetric side, AC, 3AC.
Yeah, DES, AES, 3AES. Yeah, so these are all the strong ciphers basically. So PIPS 140-2 will explain about this one only. In case if you are using RC4, RC5, two fish, blowfish, Mars, all those are weak ciphers algorithms. So attacker can guess the respective vulnerabilities easily in the SSL and TLS certificates or in the server and so on. So if you're using those ciphers, attacker will try to do the exploitation part. But if you're using the PIP cipher 1.2 supported algorithms, all these are PIPs 1.2 supported algorithms, by the way. PIPs 140-2 supported algorithms or ciphers. In SSL TLS certificates, we have to use only these particular ciphers only. If we're using RC4, RC5, either Mars or Twofish or Blowfish, attacker obviously will penetrate our certificates or application and will compromise the respective applications where the SSL TLS certificates are hosted. If we're using weak ciphers, which type of attack will occur? Anyone?
Sir, heartbleed.
Heart to bleed? Any other?
Birthday attack.
Birthday attack? Any other?
Poodle
Poodle attack. Perfect. Any other?
Sweet 32.
Yeah, sweet 32 vulnerability. That's correct. All these 4 attacks will appear if there is weak ciphers. So that is about PIPs 1.2. Couple of times our application developers, they will ask, so which compliances or which cryptography algorithms we have to use as a recommendation from security team. Now we have to suggest this one. I have one question now. Can we use combinations?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
we can. Yes, we can use combinations as well.
Hybrid.
Okay. Yes. Hybrid also we can use. It's a combination also we can use. So example, RSC-ECC-Defi-Hellman or else ECC-Elgamal-Defi-Hellman or maybe DES-RSC-ECC. So these are all the different types of algorithms also we can use it. So that is about PIPs 140-2. Next one is TOGAF.
Sir, sir, ciphers will it start with S or C? We can write CY or
CAPHER.
Okay.
Yeah. Next one is TOGAF. So TOGAF also will explain about same as it is what previously we discussed about SAPSA. What we discussed about SAPSA? What we discussed about SAPSA?
It tells about the security architecture, sir.
Yeah, same thing. TOGAF also will explain about same as it is. The Open Group Architecture Framework. Full form is the Open Group Architecture Framework. So it is also will explain about same way. So we have 2 different types of architectures we will use, either TOGAF or SAPSA. So it will explain about architecture diagram of any organization in the diagrammatic way or pictorial way. So that is called TOGAF. So not only organizations has to do these certifications, even if you want to increase your career skills related to security part, you can do TOGAF and also you can do SAPSA also. So most of the legal team, they will do SAPSA and TOGAF architecture diagram certifications. So that is about TOGAF. Next one is GLBC. So GLBC, basically it will explain about one of the certificate related to offensive mechanism. I forgot full form basically. So GLBC security. Can we 1 second? Yeah, Graham-Leach-Billy Act. So this is one of the scientists' name. So he identified this particular GLBC. The Graham-Leach-Billy Act is a scientist's name. So he invented this particular complaints whenever if you want to take any personal loan or home loan or anything related to insurance or financial based loans, this GLBC legal point of view compliances will applicable. So that is about Graham Leach Billy Act. This complaints is for loans related to finance, loans related to financial institutions. So these are the different types of compliances. As I said earlier, out of all these first 7, if you know, that is more than sufficient. Okay. What are the first 7 we discussed? One is ISO 27001. Second one PCI DSS. Third one is GDPR. Fourth one is SOX compliances. And fifth one is HIPAA compliances. And SOC 1, SOC 2. And also FedRAMP. Yeah, these 7 are fine. If we are thorough on this one and if you are able to express yourself at the time of the interview, so 100% you can crack the interview. Okay. So that is about overall GRC, not GRC, it's a compliances part. So we discussed about G, it's a governance. Always business objectives and business goals should be aligned with our information security, that is called governance. And the next one we discussed about R, risk management. So we have 3 different types of risk management. One is quantitative, second one is qualitative, third one is hybrid. Always we have to follow hybrid approach. Quantitative is based on the dollar value or money value. And the qualitative is based on the experts' opinion, people opinion. And hybrid is nothing but combination of these two, quantitative plus qualitative. So under risk management process, as I said, we will follow always NIST framework. So as per NIST framework, first one is we have to identify the risk. Second one, we have to analyze the risk. Third one is we have to do the risk assessment. And fourth one, we have to treatment the risk and we have to monitor the risk. So these are the different types of phases in the risk management process. And later we went to compliances part and we discussed about 15 to 20 in between compliances. So that's all about GRC part. So GRC is over. And also implementation of ISO 27000 also over. Nothing but implementing whatever 114 compliances under 18 clauses. That is nothing but implementation of ISO 27001. The next one, obviously, we discussed about risk management framework. Last one is BCP and DR. So this is also we discussed in the class. Once again, I'll explain what is BCP and DR. So it's a business continuity planning and disaster recovery. So what is this business continuity planning and disaster recovery? Whenever any natural calamity is occurring or wherever network is down, in that particular scenario, we have to continue the business without any disruption or without any outage so that we can make our customers should be happy with 99.59s. So that is called business continuity planning. So that within the time period, what projects we are going to deliver, we can deliver. So that is nothing but business continuity planning. So most of the cases, this business continuity planning, when we will do it. So this one we have to do in each and every level. So that may be physical data center side, that may be on the network side, server side, database side, application side. So always this particular business, whatever we are trying to do, or application, whatever we are trying to access, servers, whatever we are trying to access should be available. So as per ctreated, which issue is business continuity planning? C or I, availability. Yes, right. Availability issue. So always, what is about DR? DR means disaster recovery. So this disaster recovery meaning here, whenever any primary site is going down because of maybe outage related issues, because of the natural calamities like tufan or tsunami or floods or tornadoes or earthquakes or different types of parameters basically. Because of these are all the parameters, respective business interruption will occur or disruption will occur. If you want to continue the respective business, what we have to do, approximate 50 to 100 kilometers away from the primary site. Primary site, we can call it as a data center. Backup site, we can call it a DR site or disaster recovery site. So always DR site, it should be we have to keep away approximate 100-kilometer distance. What is the reason, guys? Why we have to keep disaster recovery site 100 kilometers away from primary site?
Because of different climate situations.
That's correct. Because of the different geographical location and different climatic conditions. Because of these two reasons, maybe in Hyderabad high-tech city, some tufan is coming. That doesn't mean that, okay, so maybe in the Bodopal side, maybe tufan will come. So our Vikarabad side, maybe tufan will come, right? So if our primary site we are deploying in the high-tech city, maybe our disaster recovery site we have to keep in the Bodopal or maybe in the Vikarabad. In such a way, we have to always keep either 50 kilometers or 100 kilometers away, so that if primary site is going down, from alternative site or backup site, we can continue the business operations. That is called DR, disaster recovery. So I will go on practical examples also. In the March month 2023, Facebook network is out. When you say network out, network is down. Unfortunately, they don't have the alternative site where they are monitoring the network operations. Because of this reason, Facebook company, within the 4 hours of the SL, without the 4 hours of the respective time, they lost $6 billion. Within the 4 hours of the respective outage of the network for Facebook company, they lost approximate $6 billion. This is what will happen. So that is not about just only about money, even we have to continue the business. So we have to always build up one of the disaster recovery site to primary site. The primary site always we can represent with a DC data center. Secondary site or alternative site we can represent as a DR, that is called disaster recovery site. Okay, that is about BCP and DR. Dedicated to BCP and DR also we have a lot of vacancies. So we should make the planning. So where to deploy what type of devices, whether it's a mandatory to deploy each and every primary site, whatever we deploy in the secondary site as well. So we have to think about cost, price, and planning, and what devices we have to deploy as a high availability. All these considerations we have to do when we are planning for disaster recovery site. That is about BCP and DR, business continuity planning and disaster recovery site. If primary site will fail, from the secondary site, we can continue the business operation. That process called as a business continuity processing or business continuity process. And where we are continuing the business operation in the alternative site, that site we can call it as a disaster recovery site. So that is the definition. Okay. So anyway, after the call, I will provide the definition as well. So that's all about overall information security. Okay. So GRC, second, implementing ISO 27001. Third one is risk management. Fourth one is BCP and DR. Any doubt in information security? Roles wise or any other topic wise, do you have any questions?
As of now, no, sir.
Shall I ask pinpoint by doing couple of people, whether they are listening or not? Yeah, I will do that. Babu. Yeah, what is the internal auditor role or GRC consultant role? Example, you are selected for GRC consultant. What is the role you have to handle?
Conduct the internal audits and along with the external audits.
Okay, what else? That's it?
No. Like the audit, conducting means arrange a meeting with internal employees, like internal stakeholders, as well as
Okay.
external stakeholders.
Okay. What else?
That's
These two only?
yeah.
Whether as a GRC consultant, you should be aware of all the compliances what we discussed.
No, because it has so many policies released. After know, we have to know, we have to understand only 1 to 8 is enough.
Okay. Thank you, Babu.
So much of knowledge, that's why I'm silent mode.
Okay, it's okay, no problem. Thanks. Kavya. Kavya, am I audible? Hello, Kavya.
Kavya, who is Kavya, sir?
Kavya. Kavya is coming to classes, right? Yeah, she is there.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Devi. Devi, are you there? Okay, no. Yeah, Navya, please, you can explain. As an internal auditor role or internal auditor or GRC consultant, can you add any additional information what our Babu is added already?
No, sir.
No? Why?
No.
Okay, thank you. So next I will ask Narasimha. Narasimha. Yashwant, Shika Yashwant.
Sir,
Yeah, can you explain about GRC consultant roles and responsibilities? Example, maybe tomorrow you are attending one of the interview. JP Morgan is called for Shika Yashwant for job vacancy of ISO 27001. So after going to the interview, what will explain about roles and responsibilities?
no, sir.
No?
No, sir.
With smile you said no. Very nice answer also. Okay, Teja. It is showing Teja, Sai Teja or one more Teja, I'm not sure. Teja.
You're asking whether it's GRC side, sir?
Yeah, I'm asking about GRC consultant roles and responsibilities. What exactly will take care?
In the governance side, we need to know about the business objectives and goals of the business.
Yeah.
And we need to know about the framework which it is following and all.
Hmm.
The stakeholders process and all.
Yeah.
We need to make the separate governance with the management side to avoid the clashes in between the respective process and all.
Yeah.
In the risk side, we need to NIST framework risk management. We need to make the NIST risk management. For if we take any of these business objectives, what kind of risk will come, and we need to mitigate, identify the risk and analyze the risk. We have to prioritize treatment and monitor the risk according to that business perspective.
I have one question, Tejasvi.
Yes, sir.
Are you using risk register in your organization?
Yes, sir.
What is risk register?
Knowing.
Yeah, risk register. Yeah.
Knowing about the different what are the risk factors they are facing in the different stakeholders.
No, risk registers meaning here tracking of all the different types of risk. So it's not about only one. It's an Excel sheet basically, or maybe any other Confluence page or any other document. In that particular document, we can, example, in the asset server side, we identified one risk. So what is the risk is about, whether password policies are not implemented or not, what is the likelihood score and what is the impact score. Because of this particular weak password policies, how much money we are going to lose it. So that combination of likelihood and impact, and what is the risk, whether the server team is accepting the risk or not, whether they are working on the risk or not. All those things we have to keep it as a risk number 1. In this similar way, risk number 2, database side, maybe database encryption is not implemented. So that is, we will call it a risk. In case database is not encrypted, what is the likelihood and what is the impact from risk point of view or attacker point of view? How much money we are going to lose it in case something is getting compromised related to database? After that, we have to identify the overall risk score and we have to put in the risk register. That is risk number 2. So risk register basically to track different types of risk, we'll keep in one Excel sheet or Word document or console page. That particular tracking of the risk is called a risk register. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We need
For
to
this one,
classify based on the quality, quantity, and
Yes.
analysis.
Yeah. Even we will use couple of tools also for the tracking of all these risks. Example, we have Archer is there, and also we have Gen GRC tool is there. There are so many tools are there. After the class, I will post that particular different types of tools what we will use to track all these risks, and also government and risk and compliance side as well. Okay. So next one in the compliance side.
In the compliance side, we need to know about the business rules, regulations, and standards, what they are following.
Yeah.
And we need to maintain those rules, standards, and all. If we do not follow all those standards, we will not get the projects, and there is a chance of getting business losses and all.
Yeah. Okay. I will ask now. So as per your resume, it is showing that you mentioned 3 years of experience. In 3 years of experience, which type of complaints you worked on?
GRC compliances.
Which complaints in GRC?
Like my incident life cycle, problem solving and statement and all.
Which type of complaints?
ISO.
Anyone else?
ISO to 27001, sir.
Yeah, ISO 27001. I know about ISO 27001. I worked on ISO 27001. I implemented for my organization or company. I am part of internal team member or internal auditor for that particular project. It is similar, you have to explain about, I do experience on PCI DSS compliances. For one of my client or one of my company, we implemented PCI DSS compliances. I am part of internal audit member or internal auditor for that particular PCI DSS compliance I worked on. And I know about GDPR compliances. One of my client, I implemented GDPR compliances related to 6 principles. In such a way, how to say 3 or 4, that is sufficient. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So that is about roles and responsibilities, guys. Yeah. So then we can move to next topic. Yeah,
and
please.
explain the agenda for all our stakeholders, and also we have to explain our investigations, sir.
Yes, correct.
That is added to Teja's explanation. That's it.
Yeah. And also external stakeholder participation as well. That is also you have to inform. Yeah.
Once the internal is completed, then we have to go for the external.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So that is about.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry.
Sir.
Yeah, please.
When we are saying about the complaints and all, we need to tell about the total categories which are present in that, sir, in each category.
No. You can say approximate 5 to 6. That is fine. Otherwise, they will ask so many things. If you say everything I know, they'll expect so many things from you. So you can say everything. These many complaints are there, but I worked on only 4 complaints. Those 4 complaints are ISO 27001, PCI DSS, GDPR, and SOX complaints. That's it. You can give all the names, but I worked on only 4.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And also one more thing, Sai Tejasvi, here you have to remember which type of job vacancy you applied. Whether you applied for GDPR vacancy, whether you applied for ISO 27000 vacancy, or PCI DSS vacancy, or HIPAA compliance vacancy. According to that one, also you have to change like a chameleon. I worked on only PCI DSS. So because job description is showing only PCI DSS, you have to elaborate only on PCI DSS. If you are applying for ISO 27001, you can elaborate only on ISO 27000 roles and responsibilities. In this scenario, if you are applying for GDPR, you can apply only elaborate on GDPR only. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll move to last topic in our overall training, that is network security. What I will do, so I will create one more additional sheet. So this one I will rename as IS. Information security. This one I will rename as network security. So network security is also called as a perimeter security or overall network related security. So always perimeter is very, very, very important to our nation. Why? Because perimeter is also called as internet. Most of the attacks will come through this perimeter or network only. So that is the reason we have to implement defense in depth controls. Before moving to the controls, so network security. This is also called as a perimeter security. Perimeter is also called as which one? Or perimeter also called as?
Internet facing.
Right, internet facing security, right. So that is network security basically. So what are the different types of controls we'll implement from network security side? That is network three-tier architecture. What are those network three-tier architecture?
Firewall, proxy, NIDS, and IPS.
Yes. So for network side, we will implement network three-tier architecture solutions or controls. Those solutions are, first one is NIDS, NIPS. Second one is proxy. Third one is next generation firewall. So these are the three different types of solutions we'll implement. Load balancer also we'll implement. Load balancer is not a security solution. It's a network device. Load balancer implementation will be done by network engineer team or network admin team. First, what is load balancer? Balancing of the load. If you want to do the balancing of the load, we will do clustering part. When you say clustering part, more than one server we will create and we can divert so much of the traffic into multiple servers. Balancing of the traffic or balancing of the load is called load balancer or load balancing. Example, maybe we have 100 kilos rice or any other items are existing. Maybe one person is not able to handle or do that particular 100 kilos rice. In that scenario, what we have to do, we can share this particular quantity of the rice into maybe 3 or 4 members, each one with maybe 25 kilos or 30 kilos and so on. So balancing of that particular quantity or weight into 4 members, it can reduce our capacity of the load and also it will increase the performance. So if we want to do same thing in the traffic side, that balancing of the load is called as load balancing. For that one, we will use multiple clusters. When you say cluster, it's more than one server. We have to implement all those traffic we have to monitor. We have to divert all those, example, 10 MB traffic is coming as a overall from internet to our internal. That 10 MB we can divert into 2.5 MB to one server, 2.5 MB to another server, 2.5 MB to another server, 2.5 MB to another server. In such a way, we have to balance the load so that traffic performance will increase and also one server can't handle so much of the traffic and we are diverting all those traffic into multiple systems. So that is called load balancing. That load balancer, once again, there are two different types of load balancers. One is GTM, second one is LTM. LTM is local traffic manager. GTM is global traffic manager. You can see here, FI GTM. Can you see this one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is DTM example, global traffic. FI is number one right now in the load balancing wise. FI is very, very popular for the load balancer side. Competitor to FI, we have A10. A10 load balancer also. So under this one, there are two different types of load balancer. One is global. It's for multiple locations. Second one is LTM, local traffic manager. Right now, whatever I'm sharing, this one is a global traffic manager. So if we have more than one location or multiple location, we have to use this one and we have to divert the traffic. And in the similar way, LTM also we have, that is local traffic manager. So here we have to configure a couple of policies, how to divert the traffic or net flow data, inbound traffic and outbound traffic. This particular configurations will be done by not security team. These configurations will be done by network admin team or network engineer team. So that is the reason I'm not discussing about load balancer, but you should know what is load balancer. That's it. So now what we can do, these three solutions, NADS, NAPS, proxy, and next generation firewall. We will discuss about licensing option. We can discuss about design and implementation. And we can discuss about what are the detection methods it is supporting. And we can discuss about what are the different types of policies we have to configure. And finally, so what is the operational support we have to do? So same way, what are we discuss part of endpoint security, what are we discuss part of cyber security SIM tool, what are we discuss part of vulnerability assessment, what are we discussed about web application firewall application security. Same concept is applicable to here as well. So each and every tool, so licensing, design or implementation. Next one is detection methods, and also how to deploy, and what are the different types of policies we have to configure. Finally, how we can make sure that operational support should be implemented, like L1, L2, L3. So that is the overall three solutions we are going to discuss. That I will start tomorrow morning, guys.
Okay,
sir. Any questions you have in the today class? Do you have any questions in the today class?
Sir,
Okay, guys. Yeah, please.
I don't have a doubt, but sir, I have a small doubt. Can I?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Sir, we have a synchronization flooding attack and TCP flooding attack. Both are same, right, sir? And when coming to DDoS means it is also flooding attack.
Yes, right.
Sir, if by using TCP three-way handshake, how can DDoS attack be? How we can define DDoS attack, sir?
No. Basically, sync flood attack occur, or sync flood attack also called a TCP. Why? Because in TCP three-way handshake, first step is sending the synchronization request to from client to server.
Okay.
So from client to server, so server will respond with synchronization plus acknowledgement and final acknowledgement. So sync flood attack occur, or sync flood attack also called as a TCP flood attack. You are right.
Okay.
So all these flooding category of the attacks, what we discussed, that means sync flood attack or TCP flood attack or UAP flood attack or ICMP flood attack or ARP flood attack or MAC flood attack and so on, ping of death, and also ping flood attack. All these are types or subcategory of DOS and DDoS.
Sir, my question is, in DDoS attack, how can we implement TCP three-way handshake?
So in the DDoS side, we will not implement any DDoS basically. So what attacker will do? Attacker will send the flooding of the sync of the request to the respective targeted machine.
Okay.
So here single attacker will send the single attack will send the flooding of the request to the single targeted machine as synchronization request or TCP request.
Okay,
because of this reason, so legalized or authorized users will lose the service because of the unauthorized attacker. This is called as a DDoS TCP flood attack. That's it. I'm repeating once again. So single attacker will send the flooding of the single sync or TCP request to the targeted machine. Because of that reason, that particular targeted machine will become unavailable or damaged or crashed.
Okay,
Because
sir.
of the unauthorized attacker or illegitimate attacker, authorized or legalized user is not able to access using a TCP request or sync request to the targeted mission. That is called DDoS sync flood attack. That's it.
That is very clear for me, sir. My question is, how TCP three-way handshake is used to create a DOS attack? I mean, in DOS attack, how this TCP three-way handshake can be used?
No, basically, that request only in the first request only, not 3 requests. Only first request, sync request we are sending, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
sync request only will send. Yeah.
Request, and will if server response back means synchronization plus acknowledgement will be done.
Yes.
And again, if this intruder, if he won't respond and if he sends flooding of attacks, then DDoS attack is done.
Yeah, basically in the server, he will respond back for the multiple sync request whatever attacker sent it.
Okay.
Attacker will send the multiple sync request to the targeted mission.
Okay, sir.
So in that scenario, that server is responding back to the intruder as sync plus acknowledgement.
Yes, sir.
So that is obviously TCP DOS attack only.
TCP DOS attack.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear or not, Madhu? Sorry, Bindu.
No, sir. Okay, I will talk to you in person.
Yeah, that's fine then. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
one question also, sir. One more question also regarding the DDoS, DOS and anti-DDoS. Sir, for multiple denial of service, you said that multiple single server will be sending requests from multiple attackers. Only that from single user, multiple servers we won't send requests, right, sir? Or vice versa in DDoS.
No. So only from multiple attacker IP addresses, request will go to the single server only, not multiple servers, not vice versa. No, not vice versa.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a good question. I understood. It's like a distributed DDoS will come, not from multiple servers. So only from the multiple attacker IP addresses, they will target single mission, so that that server will become compromised.
Okay.
Single attacker will not send so much of request to multiple systems.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other?
In DOS, single to single, whereas in DDoS, multiple to single.
Yes, right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions? Okay, guys, then thank you so very much and have a nice dinner. Good night and sweet dreams.
Good night. Sir, what about tomorrow class? Is it off?
7:30 online only.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.